Oh yeah, it's kind of something happens. Okay, we don't need to worry about it. You see where the T is? So I'm gonna go over the whole. Look, come on over.
No, actually, it's empty.
You should bring them up right now so you can look at it.
Those are all the
I'm gonna
holes.
show you on yours, but you can look at it.
Oh.
No, I'll do the same thing. So the more you listen, the better. You see the back T, posterior. I always want to hold it from the. Don't have me in your.
Oh no, you're not.
I always hold it from anatomical position. That's a lot better, right? If you look at on the very top, there should be a hole on the top T right there. I'm gonna plump it a little bit. Oh, see that's one right here? Right above the junction of the T, you will always be. That is pretty much your inferior vena cava. See that one? It's going in there. What? Oh, what is this one right here? This little guy. This little flap. Flap, 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 flap. This is a flap on the, kind of like a little ear. Auricle.
Oh yeah.
Because you learn it on the ear too. That's
Yeah.
why I was saying auricle, right? I wasn't quizzing something that you don't know. So right here, this is the auricle. Where do you find the auricle?
Like earwax?
It's a covering for the atria, right?
Oh, because the yeah.
Covering for the atria, kind of. So then, if you can take on more blood, then it actually can fit. So it permits the little auricle just increase the surface area. So it goes into this right atrium, which is right here. This little hole goes in. Actually, I'll show you. Goes in. See how it is? And this one is superior vena cava. Where are they both going into? To the right atrium. So if you just take it. So when I leave this table, I want you to pretty much just poke everything through the hole. This hole, what is it? Each and every one of you. Otherwise, you will not. By looking at it, you will not learn it. You won't remember it. And I'll poke it, going into the right atrium. Okay, it's from the bottom. Going into the right atrium from the top. And then if you're holding it just like this. Oh, one more thing, guys. When you're dissecting or anything, any fat or any of the tissue that you get or you pretty much just take off, it goes into the container right there. Please do not toss any tissue paper in that container. Just all this. If you get stuck, then you just do not kind of shake it, and then take the tissue paper and put it in the other trash can. There's a little cat specimen or the dissected specimen container. So all this fat you will remove. All of this right here on the top. You see this one? All of this right here. All of this right here. You're gonna leave this part and this part intact. I want you to remove this fat right there and this fat right there. You can't really see it right now, but very front one. See this? I'm gonna poke it. I actually ruptured the semilunar valve already. I'm gonna poke it. We always want to poke it. Oh, look at that. Where am I? It's opening, so I'm just gonna poke it. Normally, I wouldn't puncture it like that. So this is where the right atrium is. So where do you think this is? Right ventricle. Which one pretty much leads in or leads out from the right ventricle? What? Pulmonary artery, right? So this very anterior part, this little vessel that you're seeing, is a pulmonary. I always like to poke it in there to see where it's going. Now don't let someone hold it. You hold it and you poke it in there. Don't just jab it in there. And let it glide. And it will just go over it. And then you pretty much just go over it. Now you can pretty much just tell. That's a pulmonary trunk that you're going over the pulmonary artery. So after you clean these two, actually, there's three little holes right here. See that? That's a very front one. If you look at this one, this is the biggest artery in the body. Which one is that? Aorta. I'm going to poke it. I actually ruptured the semilunar valve already because I poked it through, right? I'm going to wiggle the... Where would the left ventricle be? Okay, feel it right there. You feel my probe. You feel my probe. You feel my probe.
Is there There should be a Dutch
You should wear
glove
gloves.
though, right?
I punctured it already when I poke it through, right? You feel it? Do you want to feel it? You kind of feel it, right? So that is the aorta right there. So this one is coming off of aortic arch. If you look at it, it's kind of like this little arch right here, right? And then you're poking it through here, the aortic arch right there. And then one thing is coming out from it. That's the brachiocephalic, which is right here. So brachiocephalic, which is right there. It's just coming out from the aorta. That's why if you poke it, you pretty much see it. It's a little curvature. This is the, pretty much it's going to curve in one thing that comes out first. And if you look on this side, this is the left side, right? If you look on this side, this is where the blood is going in. It's going to pump up like that, puffed up like that. Here, there's two. There are actually supposed to be two. When these guys are cut, they are actually cut really close in. Let's pretend that this is kind of like together. And this side is the left pulmonary vein. This side is the right pulmonary vein. Since they cut it so close, they pretty much look like one thing. But those are coming back from the lungs right there, like that. Okay, I want you to go clean this area so that you can see all of this a little bit better. And then go over all of this with your,
Do we let her remove the fat? If you can't see
only
the hole?
here. Only here in this. Only actually this one I don't even want you to do it that much, maybe a little bit. Don't rip it out, you just clean the fat in this area. That way you can see all the openings a little bit better.
Thank you.
How about